The Rasasi Fattan. If there's one perfume you need to last you this summer, this is it. It is almost the perfect summer fragrance. And when I say summer, I'm talking about Delhi heat, which is currently surging up to 44 degrees Celsius in places. And this is something that just gets the job done. The Rasasi Fattan. How do you pronounce this? One of these, hopefully. We're going to look at the 6 week maceration or maturation or evolution of this perfume. Heads up, it does not change too much. I think most of the change for this for me happened in the first 10 to 14 days, and after that, it has been largely stable for me. In case you're wondering, today's pen is a Jinhao 20, which is a capless pen, and it's actually quite cool. It works with a click mechanism like you would be used to with ballpoint pens. The ink that I'm using today is from Sulekha, and it's called the Swadhin Harit Kranti. In fact, let me just show you the bottle. What we're going to do in this video is talk about how this fragrance worked in over a period of getting a new bottle till about week 6. During this period, what happened to the opening notes, what happened to the heart notes, and the base notes. As always, for clarifying, opening is the first 30 minutes of applying this, then heart is about 30 to 120, and then base is after 2 hours, whatever is left, the lingering notes that are there. And this one, the new bottle was just was a catastrophe. When I opened it the day I got it, opening was just alcohol, and heart was more synthetic notes, mildly fruity but very confusing. And then there was a very sharp vetiver for a brand new bottle. However, on day one, if we call this day zero, day one and transitioning into the first week, it got significantly better. While the notes were not distinct or discernible for me, the general vibe of this fragrance was cool, airy. Now, in this period, I think the longevity is something that started showing up, and it lingered in the air like a small bubble around you. So you could feel that there is this little bit of fragrance that is, it's close, it doesn't project very far, but it is there around you, and here it stays for 5 to 6 hours, and you can keep getting whiffs of your perfume from yourself, so that is good. Longevity 5 to 6 hours. Next, let's move to the second week, and here by week 2, what happens is the entire transition for the scent profile for the notes gets clarified, and it just stays there. You have bitter orange that comes up the moment you spray. This can be a bit polarizing. I like it. Not everyone would like it, but it's a good note. I enjoy it. And then there isn't too much complexity because from the bitter orange note, it just transitions into vetiver or Khus, and it just beautifully lingers around you for about 6 hours. So this is the point where you start getting the actual notes by around week 2, and by week 4, it just becomes very very grounded. Um, it's it almost is meditative and calming. in the way it smells, and opening stays the same, lasts for about 40 odd minutes, and the vetiver gets a little bit sweeter when you apply it over time. From maybe the heart to the base note, it goes from vetiver to slightly sweet vetiver, but overall very enjoyable. And lastly, week 5 to week 6, here what we'll see is the notes and the profile stays largely the same. But what jumped for me in this period was how long it lasted. So it gave me 10 plus hours. For context, this was mostly in air conditioned environments, but I could, not just me, people around me could sniff it even after 10 hours. So the biggest jump in this phase has been longevity, but it could also be the environmental factors or the ambient factors where I was actually applying and using it. Typically, one more thing that changed from here to here, up to week 4, I was largely using moderate number of sprays, which is about 4 to 5, maybe 6. When I talk about the week 6 performance, the most recent, um, I think I oversprayed about 8 to 10 sprays this time, which might explain the longevity or it might not. I don't know. But that is how it stands. And I think in my mind, it is the perfect summer afternoon fragrance. And it's not limited to that. I don't think there's any problem with wearing this in the evening also. And it can do you service during the morning, afternoon, and evening hours. So if there's just one fragrance you should consider getting this season, this should be it. We are just in May. It's going to continue getting hotter in June, July. So this is the one thing you should get. This, and maybe the other thing you can consider is the Supremacy Not Only Intense, where the video is coming up soon unless it is up already. I'd done a 2 week review of it earlier. Then I had to change the bottle. There's a 6 week review which I have finalized. I will be releasing it shortly. So between these, I think they can do the entire summer season service for you. And that is all I have to say about this. Thank you very much for your time and have a wonderful day.